Hello, I'm your host, John Cavendish, and welcome to the Amazon Strategist Show, the show that's no hacks, no silver bullets, and no magic pills, just real practical strategies to grow your Amazon business. So today we have a break from scheduled programming. So our planned guest couldn't make it. So I'm going to share a presentation that I did a couple of weeks ago, which I've cheaply renamed WTF is Seller Candy. I think this gives a really good insight into why we started Seller Candy, the pain points that we cover, and really covers the service. So I'm pretty actually excited to share it with you all out there right now. If you are listening to this on a podcast platform, it might not make sense because it's a presentation. So please do watch the video on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, or if we're on Spotify video, I'm not really sure. I don't know. Please tell me. Comment below this video. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive right into this presentation. Just to share first, actually, I just got back from an 8-day event, Tony Robbins event, Date with Destiny on the leadership team, and it was phenomenal. So if any of you want to also reach out to chat about Tony Robbins, I'm now a super fan, not that I wasn't before. So that's a bit small, isn't it? Let's make this presentation bigger. So there's me, there's the presentation. Cool. So WTF is Seller Candy. Let's dive right in. What does Seller Candy do? Seller Candy does anything that you can raise a support ticket about in Amazon Seller Central. What we're going to cover in this presentation is the exact strategies that our team uses to solve day-to-day operational issues, how we get things done faster and more efficiently than even Amazon Seller Support itself, how we manage this workflow so that you only need to spend minutes per day dealing with seller support. And as a demo, I'm going to go through a bonus of how to actually fix some common issues, some common really complex issues that we can do way faster using our processes. And what we call this is the Seller Candy Advantage. Here is our menu of services. So if you are watching this on a recording, please take a screenshot now. Or you can just look at it on our website. It's under menu of services on our website, which might be a little bit easier. So what selling on Amazon should be. It should not be about waking up in the morning immediately to fix problems you didn't cause. So waking up, looking at your phone and going, no, not that again. It shouldn't be about grinding 24/7. And it's not about finding some secret marketing tactic that no one has ever found before. It's not about having some complicated hiring and training process. You can employ a lot of VAs. It should also never be about running around in circles after Amazon support to fix what should be small issues, which ruins your focus and takes your eyes away from the big picture. And it shouldn't be about having so much on your plate that you don't have the time or energy to hire and train staff, which means you have to do everything yourself. Not knowing what to outsource first and just wasting time that could be spent on growing your business, So what you're going to learn in this little presentation is how to leverage expert assistance to create time and space in your business to scale your revenue. How an expert team, you can position yourself as the owner instead of the operator. So we're all trying to transition from owner to from operator to owner in our business. If you want to transfer from owner to operator, that's okay, but not my goal either. So how to know exactly what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing at Amazon Business, so you know what to do yourself. And at the end, how to grab an expert team who knows exactly how you can do it and can suggest it before you know yourself. And I'm just going to move my mic because I keep nearly hitting it with my hand, and eventually it's going to go boom. 1 second. How is that? I think that's better. Okay. So a little bit about me. Hopefully if you're watching this, you've seen me before, but if not, about me. So I'm CEO and founder of Seller Candy. We did more than $5 million of our revenue through our own brands before we started Seller Candy. And then we sold $1 million worth of consulting. That was full service consulting. And that's really where Seller Candy came from at least 500 conversations that I had back in 2019, which really led into Seller Candy. I've run Amazon-related business for the last nearly 7 years right now, actually probably 7 years. And because of that, I've become a top-rated consultant. I get to speak at conferences and podcasts and my own podcast, which I guess is just me sitting on my own in a room in my office, really, isn't it? Also, it's given me this amazing quality of life. I met my wife, Andy, on the left. I don't know if she's that short or if maybe I just don't notice. On the right, we got married 2.5 years ago. On the bottom, I've served at some Tony Robbins events all over the world. This one was one in Singapore. I get to travel to China to speak, get to be on some cool podcasts, and people pay me money to talk to them, which is pretty fun. So where are we going with this? We're going to, we're going to explain how the system works. But here's a few examples of our clients that got real value out of Seller Candy. Here's Sabrina. She saved tens of hours per week on our time of operations. Laurie, who we got a load of refunds back and basically made her fees back in the first couple of months. And Roger, who joined up and now since been scaling his agency with us as part of the operations, which is super cool. So let's get started. So part one, how to solve Seller Central issues efficiently. So we're going to go how to solve them faster and more efficient without setting up intricate systems or grinding on them yourself. Two, how to get expert support throughout the drama. So get real expert assistance without paying the high consultancy fees or hiring high-level managers to do this stuff for you. And three, how to know what to give your team or assistant. There's a little bonus. We've got a couple of slides on Seller Candy, which I've actually cut down just so after this, if you want to reach out, you can reach out through the website. But there is a little coupon code at the end, I believe. So part one, how to solve Seller Central issues efficiently, or effectively. So how to solve them faster and more efficiently than you would otherwise. So you wake up in the morning. Oh no, you have a performance notification and it's a suspended listing. And we all know who's behind these suspended listings, don't we? Dr. Bezos. This is from The Economist. Please buy The Economist. Really cool picture, isn't it? So this is exactly how our agents go about solving a listing suspension. Immediately, raise a case in seller support. I'm just going to check the comments here. Raise a case in seller support to ask what they believe it is. This is a long shot. Secondly, oh no, I clicked on something. Secondly, repeat these initial steps. If it's a product policy complaint, the listing needs to be sanitized. What that means is that the listing needs to be updated so that there's nothing in there that could ever potentially be some kind of claim. So for example, a medical claim, a brand claim, a compatible with claim, like any of that stuff, we should just sanitize the listing. To be able to do this, you need to use a flat file or a feed file. And so what you can do to do this feed file is to go to Amazon, go into support, request the category listing report. So it's either in your report section, and if it's not, you just need to go to support and say, I want the category listing report, which is basically just an Amazon feed file. You update all of the bits by just removing all the keywords and then re-upload it, and this should sanitize your listing. If it's an authenticity complaint, you just need to prove it's authentic. So get your real invoices and upload them on the account health dashboard. The problem here is you need to make sure they're real invoices. Do not make up invoices here. We've had issues in the past where we've seen people generating these invoices because Amazon wouldn't accept, buying receipts from real companies, from stores and things like that. So be careful here. Make sure it's a real invoice. IP violations. So reach out to the brand owner. Product safety complaint. So you want to just do a plan of action. And hazmat. So hazmat, you need to prepare the SDS or the STS exemption sheet. Just to add that on the plan of action, plans of action should always just be factual, taking responsibility and putting a plan in place. Amazon has got somebody reviewing these very quickly. So, excuses or this isn't a real problem, which often isn't, don't work. You just need to put a plan of action of how this wouldn't happen again. So what if that doesn't work? If that doesn't work, and the listing is now compliant, so you've done the update and it's still suspended, then you need to do a delete relist. What this means is you have to delete the ASIN from your account, which can be pretty scary the first time, but the ASIN catalog is actually in Amazon's backend. It's not in your account, and then re-upload. So you won't lose your reviews. You won't lose anything on the listing. You just have to delete it 24 hours and re-upload. And if you're still having issues, this is when the real time investment comes in. But the phone is the quickest way to get support. The cool thing is you've done all the good steps that you should have done first. So you've got the flat file, the feed file upload number, which is when you uploaded it. You can just go and see a number there. And you've got the case number. So when you call support, you say, this is the feed file upload number, this is the case number, and then you refuse to get off the phone until you get through to someone who can support you. So that's the big difference between doing it this way to doing it, just by calling. Because if you're just by calling, that's when you end up in this never-ending loop of Amazon hell. So as you can see, there wasn't a magic pill. And if you can tell support exactly how to solve the issue, they can follow your process. That's the big thing we say here. We don't want to be asking them for the process. I mean, if it's something new, we would ask them the first time, but then we record it, and then we know the process. So every time we get more efficient and faster at solving these issues. So the breakdown of the process is to download Amazon's flat file, feed file for your listing, the category listing report, make the edits to create a clean version, delete the listing, wait 24 hours, relist, and call, get chained to the phone. There's nice infographics here. So if you want to take a screenshot, this is a good time to take a screenshot. Sorry. Make sure you drink plenty of water as well. So we are flipping the issue resolution process on its head. How about another? Oh no, it's an unfair bad review. What can you do? And we all know who's behind those unfair bad reviews, don't we? I've actually got a little Bezos on my shelf up there. I'll show you sometime. So this is exactly how our agents go about removing bad reviews. But there are two ways that buyers can leave bad reviews. Takes a while to come up with this one. One, feedback on your seller account. So seller feedback. Two is product feedback. So seller feedback is pretty easy. You see it here. You can choose the drop-down menu, log into Seller Central, go to performance feedback, and then request any removal. Unfortunately, this hasn't been working at the same level it used to. It used to be this pretty much removed anything that was FBA. These days, Amazon rejects it. It rejects it sometimes, maybe 30% of the time. So if Amazon does reject it, then you do not let that case close. You transfer it to your assistant and you ensure that they keep it open until Amazon resolves it. If you let that case close, it takes much longer to resolve. All right, well, what about if it's a product review? Well, if it's a product review, you can report abuse. So you go to the product detail page, you go, was this review helpful to you? You can just report abuse where you see the arrow, and you need to write a clear reason why. So it could be, it mentions FBA, it mentions delivery, it mentions the condition of the product on arrival, and all these things are not your problem. Amazon may come back to you and say, yes, it is your problem, but we can then appeal. So you submit it by report an appropriate button, and that's it. You can also contact seller support. So you go seller support, product reviews, and then for brand owners, you can actually now use the order ID of the person who did it and get them and message them directly from your brand dashboard. So go into your brand dashboard, contact them, reach out, and solve their problem. Hopefully, most people are good, helpful, honest people who just want a good product and are frustrated with the experience they've had. So, okay, guys, now you've told me how to fix some of the hardest to solve issues in my account. How can I streamline this process and identify these processes for my Seller Central issues? So 2, how to actually get an assistant that you wanna work with. And our ethos has always been assistants must be experts. Before coming to us, our clients tend to go to places like Upwork or Fiverr, and sometimes, even Indeed or Monster, to try and find somebody who actually knows what they're talking about, that they can have on their team, because their business is, is unique. We all think our business is unique, and it is in certain ways. But when you hire somebody like that you're full-time and that isn't fully vetted, they're constantly asking you for guidance. Problems don't necessarily get solved, and you can't trust them to take care of your livelihood, so you check how everything's done, which is a waste of your time. At the end of the day, you're wasting time and money hiring and training someone who isn't going to get the job done, which is massive opportunity cost. So our ethos is you need somebody who can reliably take care of the busy work so that you can focus on growth. Here are some of the reviews of Amazon seller support. Our team who put this together loved the sign up for ulcers one. But in general, seller support isn't the best reviewed part of Amazon. So how can you get a team that you need without hiring a full-timer who knows your business? But how can you still have access to real experts and have it be affordable? It's simple. Our experience is that you need experience and numbers. So you need access to a larger team that's well paid, that your business can reasonably afford. So part of a larger team. Why is it good for you? because you get access to a team of real experts that have a deep understanding of Seller Central processes. You eliminate the need to source, hire, and train staff to manage back-end work. There's no need for oversight because you trust them that they're going to get it done and get it done right first time. And it's scalable. So you want to move from a certain amount of capacity to a larger amount of capacity. All you need to do, just upgrade, just add capacity as opposed to adding a whole new person, which is a massive step up in overhead. All right, part 3. I'm going through this pretty quick. So if you want to dive into any or ask any comments or questions, please do comment below this, and one of the team will get back to you wherever you're commenting or posting. I just wanted to get through so that this can be like a nice little succinct piece for you to have a look at. So how to know what to give your assistant? So how do you pinpoint the highest impact areas to improve and pick up the money you're leaving on the table? So what we do is and you can copy this, an Amazon Seller Central gap review. So the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. So what's the aim of a gap review? Look at how's what's spelled there. That's interesting, isn't it? It's like interesting spelling mistake. So it evaluates all aspects of your Amazon presence, provides you with all logical steps you could take to smash your revenue goals, and takes a fresh perspective and an unbiased view of what you're doing. Then we use the triage system to tell you which challenges are going to make the biggest impact in the fastest time, changes, for the lowest cost. So yeah, that's what we do. But the first 3 steps are things you can 100% do yourself. So step 1 is the current state. Current state is looking at your Seller Central backend for any profit drains, issues, holes, mistakes in settings, anything that isn't perfectly correct on your Seller Central account. 2 is look for listing errors. 3 is a marketing overview, high-level overview, where's money being wasted. 4, looking for buy box suppressions, especially sellers with larger catalogs or resellers tend to have a lot of buy box suppressions that they don't know about. And account health issues. So looking for anything in account health that's a danger to the account. And then finally, expansion opportunities. So where could we expand inside the current business? So once you've got that, you've got this big list, you put it in Excel, bam, 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 lots and lots of items. We do number 2, impact. So how much difference will each of these make? You look at each item from element 1, point by point, and you evaluate what's going to make the difference if I changed it and how much impact that's going to have on your business. And this takes the stress out of knowing what you should be working on. Now, and then 3 is cost time analysis. So you evaluate the amount of time it's going to take to fix or improve something. So the reason that we do this is because, wow, we've got these really high impact things. That's amazing. You know, this is a 10 on the impact scale if it's a 1 to 10 scale. But it's going to cost us $900,000 to implement it because we're going to build our own SaaS. And like, okay, maybe that's not what we want to do. So you're going to evaluate approximately how much time it's going to cost to implement that fix or that development, and then check this against the impact, because there's no point throwing time and money at something that's not going to make a big enough difference or that you're not funded enough to do yet, because some things just cost more money than we have right now. Bringing us to the final element, which is priority. So you look at the list and prioritize. What should you be working on right now? What's going to make the biggest impact for the lowest cost, time, effort? And this is the same process that we've used to help consulting clients make profitable decisions for the last 5 years now, actually. And you can too. So feel free to shoot me a message about the gap report. So when you use the gap system to review your Amazon presence, you get a fresh perspective on where you are now. You get steps to take to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. And this can make a huge impact on your business if you follow the plan. As always, follow the plan. So, questions. How do I implement this? And how do you guarantee the system will work for me, which is our potential clients? So part 3 is how can Seller Candy support? And we, as I said, we call this the Seller Candy Advantage. This is actually part 4, isn't it? I think I should probably update that number. So if you join Seller Candy, what you get access to is our full team with highly experienced experts and former Amazon employees collaborating on your account. That gives you unlimited tasks per month. And a task is any one-time thing inside Amazon Seller Central. That excludes PPC or strategy. It's any one-time fix inside Seller Central. You get 1 business day turnaround, and you get up to 3 tasks open simultaneously. This actually depends on your package. So we have packages from 2 tasks up to 50 tasks. This presentation was about a 3-task offer at the end. Yeah, and what a task is, it means it's 3 simultaneous tasks. So you can upload to our portal, 30 tasks. We work on 3 at a time. As we finish one, open the next one, finish one, open the next one, finish one, open the next one. So yeah, basically just that's how we manage capacity in the system. You get 2 Amazon marketplaces for the price of 1. So you can use it on basically as many marketplaces as you want on your and 1 business. Because we buy marketplaces, you mean USA, Europe. And we can do inventory projection for you. We can also optionally do Amazon return reimbursements for a small extra fee. So if you want to add expertise to your team without the hassle of hiring, have a specific problem solved on Seller Central, or someone to deal with all the problems you face every month, want to know what the steps are to get more out of your Amazon presence, and you like the idea of replacing a single team member with a team of experts right out of the box that won't break the bank, then the Seller Candy Advantage is specifically for you. If you want to join the Seller Candy family, we want to invite you. And at its core, Seller Candy has a custom portal. So this is our portal. You can see on the left, this is the login. On the right, this is the screen you see. So rather than logging into Seller Support, you log into Seller Candy, you submit your outcome, and then our team owns the outcome. You'll never have to log into Seller Central and look at your case log again and go, have they done it? Haven't they done it? We will own that. So we would own all the case log and calls and chat messages and anything it takes to get that problem solved. Once you've submitted a ticket on the left-hand side, on the right, you then get a forward and backward chat with our team. We will never ask a question on how to do something. We'll only ask questions on outcome, like, is this the outcome you want or is that the outcome? And you can manage your whole team in 5 minutes a day. You also get this via email. So if you respond to something, you get an email. You can also respond to that email. If you do join, immediately upon joining, you get an email from us, from our team, with the instructions of what we need from you. This includes a calendar link, so you can book your onboarding session. And this is a first come, first serve, so book as soon as you can. But you also now, we introduced this like 2 weeks ago, is automated onboarding. So it's super cool. If you sign up, you can onboard now immediately and get access to the system within, I think it's within 12 hours. And then you book your audit call. The audit call, it's like a health check. So you book your gap report review. That is in usually within a week, but you can start using the system within 12 hours. So pretty much immediately. You'll get a private message with an invitation to join our Problem Solver Facebook group. And once we have all the details, we'll get to work on generating your gap report, as well as $100 off your first month. That was in this presentation, so I've left it on. So if you'd like the $100 off your first month, please just DM me wherever you see this, and I will get you that coupon. Here's some lovely reviews from some of our clients. The monthly investment more than pays for itself in the time I save dealing with Amazon, and also the reimbursement services provided. I cannot remember the last time I spoke with Seller Central or had to deal with any Seller Central issues myself. That is a lovely review. I don't even know who that one's from because it's a recent one. Here's another one from Australia. Just when I thought I was going to blow up Amazon Seller Support after having spent hours on the phone with them, I had no outcome. Along comes Seller Candy. What a lifesaver! They have been for my business. They have been for my business, and I cannot thank them enough for what they have done for me. That's very touching. So thank you to these reviewers. Oh, that's it. You get my face. So what do you think? Please do comment below what you think of the presentation and any questions it brings up. Because, in the end of the day, Seller Candy, we're here to serve our clients and to create raving fans. And we only create raving fans by delivering amazing quality service and explaining it in the right way. So I am really 100% open to any feedback in a way which any questions it brought up, anything you think is missing, anything that you think as a client, if you're watching this, that you get from Seller Candy, which we haven't included in this presentation. Because at the end of the day, we're all growing together, month over month, year after year, decade after decade. Because we are not final finished beings in any way, are we? So I'm here. If there are any questions, I'm willing to answer them. It is now 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. So I may head off and get some breakfast. It's really, really, really cool to share this with you, and I think I might start doing a few more conversational podcasts and direct podcasts like this. If you're interested, I can share some presentations. I can share what we're doing. I can share a kind of behind the scenes of Seller Candy and how the business works, and maybe even bring on some of our agents to chat and share what they do. Let me know what you think. As always, this has been amazing to share with you, and thank you for watching the Amazon and listening to the Amazon Strategist Show. Please like, subscribe, comment, wherever anything is, and I'm really looking forward to connecting with any of you who want to reach out. So thanks very much, and have an amazing day.